Hey, how you doing there again, folks? Me again, of course, Brandon Wenzel. Come back at you, another offering off my sampler platter. Yes, hey folks, I'm playing video series videos I've been doing for a while. I go over there to try out food and drink items. I eat stuff, I drink stuff, then folks, I'm gonna talk about stuff. I'm gonna let you know all that you need to know about hopefully delicious stuff that time I'm doing this, folks. I'm not gonna lie, I'm a little bit scared of this one. But we'll get to that. It's super simple format, folks. I'm going to go over there. I'm going to try out food and or drink items. I'm going to let you know all the ins and outs, the molecular breakdown of the items. We're going to talk about its atomic structure. It's, really what I'm trying to do here is I'm trying to capture not only the food review scene, but I'm trying to go over there and do sort of a Bill Nye the Science Guy type of situation so that I can really just capture all the markets, okay? Because, you gotta, in the world we live in, you gotta diversify. You can't just be relying on, on food reviews. You gotta find a way to bring it in there. Whilst I'm doing all that, I'm hanging out inside my truck. Whilst I'm doing that, I'm wearing a super cool shirt, folks. When I wear super cool shirts, I like to highlight the super cool shirt, damn it. Super cool shirt am I wearing today? Boom! I'm rocking my Godhead shirt again. I wore this in my last review, which, by the way, was for Momuji Manju Flavor Ramune. Go watch that episode. But yes, indeed, folks. Godhead, they're a band. They started out in the 90s. They had, a decent run for quite a while into the, sort of the mid-2000s, I want to say. They never officially stopped being a band, but the lead singer started doing a lot of solo stuff, and he's been kind of doing his own thing. He's been asked a few times over the years, hey, is Godhead ever going to get back together? And it doesn't seem like it's the case, but I love Godhead. They've been one of my favorite bands. They're in my top 3 favorite bands. Okay, my top 3 are 9 Inch Nails, Godhead, and Professional Murder Music. Great, 9 Inch Nails is, more of a singular thing with Trent, but, the semantics. But anyway, Godhead stuff aside, why am I scared? Well, because, folks, we're reviewing, boom, it is the Cheetos Flamin' Hot Sweet Carolina Reaper flavored Cheetos. Satisfy your heat tooth. Rush of heat, sweet finish, awesome. Yeah, so, okay, sure. Funny thing about this was, I got these out at Walmart a few days ago. And originally, because they also have a ghost pepper version. And I picked up the ghost pepper version. And I was like, okay, yeah, I'll review this. And then, 2 feet away, I ran into these. And I was like, well, if I'm going to go all in, I might as well go all in. I might as well just do the damn Carolina Reaper ones. So yeah, these are apparently supposed to be super spicy. We'll find out for ourselves, folks. Let's open them up. They look like Flamin' Hot Cheetos, I'm not gonna lie. Flamin' Hot Cheetos, yeah. I like spicy stuff. I've never been big into Flamin' Hot Cheetos, though. I don't know why. Just my thing. But let's see if these will change my opinion. They taste good. There's some decent heat on them, but it's kind of delayed. Like the initial, when you're mostly chewing it, it just kind of tastes like, general Flamin' Hot Cheeto. Then, once you've more or less kind of mashed it all down, that's when you start getting sort of a radiating heat in your mouth. And it's like a full mouth heat. So it's not outrageous by any means, but I could definitely see it stacking. I could see eating an entire, bag of these. I could see it, actually starting to become a bit more of an issue. Because right now, like, it's just kind of a general warmth. Like, it's, there's some spiciness for sure. And yeah, there's a little bit of a sweetness. But it's kind of like the sweetness. I mean, I think they're trying to play off, the pepper aspect of it. Peppers have, their own kind of sweetness to them, And I feel like it's not like a candy type of sweetness or anything like that. It's just kind of a little subdued kind of sweetness to sort of play with the heat, which is actually pretty interesting. It's not by any means the most prominent feature of it, which of course it wouldn't be, given what they're trying to do with it, but it's interesting that they went over there and they created that contrast. Because see, now it's actually starting to get in my throat a little bit. So, like I said, it's interesting that they willingly created that contrast because, for two reasons. One, I like the fact that it sort of plays with, the pepper idea, the fact that, yeah, peppers are hot, but they can also have some sweetness to them. And the other thing is that, and I've spoken about this many times with different items, having that contrast makes the experience better. If you just have heat and nothing else, yeah, I mean, it can be, kind of fun for what it is, but if you create a contrast, then it highlights, the different elements better. By having the sort of hint of sweetness, it, kind of elevates the overall experience because, you're getting this somewhat sweet flavor, and then you're getting, this burst of heat. So it kind of, it fucks with your taste buds a little bit. So I think I like these. I genuinely think I like these. These might be the Cheetos that convert me to the Flaming Hot. Because, like I said, I don't know, the normal ones I've just never been that into. I like the jalapeno cheddar ones. I think those are super good. But the standard ones just don't do much for me. And it's not that they don't have heat, like they do. I don't know, for whatever reason, I'm just not big on them. But these, I like that there's a little complexity there. I like that, like I said, I like the fact that they went out of their way to give it a little bit more personality. What with the Carolina Reaper aspect of it, they could have just made them super duper spicy, and that would have been perfectly fine, honestly. I think most people would have, expected that. But instead, they kind of went over there and were like, well, no, let's highlight the different aspects of the Carolina Reaper. Yeah, it's spicy and everything, but, it's also, flavorful pepper and stuff like that. So let's create a little bit of a contrast. Yeah, I'm down with them. Two questions have to be asked though. Would I get him again? Would I recommend him? Sometimes, and yes. So for myself personally, although I do like these would never be my go-to Cheetos. I just, I like the normal ones. Like I said, I like the jalapeno cheddar ones. These would be a once in a while thing for me. Not a regular go-to, but I do like them. And as for recommending them to other people, it's kind of a mixed bag because I like them and I think they're interesting and I think they're definitely worth trying, but it very much depends on who you are because obviously if you're somebody who's not into spicy stuff, probably not going to be for you. Conversely, on the other end of that spectrum, if you're somebody who's into really spicy stuff and you're expecting these to be really spicy, again, probably not going to be for you. Like, there's some spice to them, there's some heat to them, but are they, like, extremely spicy or anything? No, I've certainly had spicier chips and stuff like that. But, I think if you're just going into them, if you're somebody who already enjoys Flaming Hot Cheetos, I think these are a cool, offshoot. So that's how I look at it. 5 things before I get out of here. Have yourself a great rest of your day, spectacular rest of the week, monumental rest of the month, stupendous rest of your year. Folks, you go over there and have yourselves a truly Carolina Reaper-tastic rest of your life. Well, probably not that. That, you probably don't. Well, I mean, I guess if you're trying to go over there and you're trying to live your life as caliente as possible, maybe. Final 2 things. Number 1, try to bring some positivity in the world. It's not always possible. It is, however, always appreciated. But what you can't do all the time. I know I can't do it all the time. Here's what you're going to do, folks. You're going to try not to be an asshole. Now, folks, it's not always the easiest thing to do in the world, okay? We can't always just be going over there and having delicious, flaming hot Cheetos treats, in our lives. I mean, granted, you might be able to. They're not that hard to get a hold of, but, depending on what your situation might be. And we're going to find ourselves in situations that are frustrating and stressful and just, make you want to tear your fucking hair out. Take a step back. Try to mitigate the level of assholeness in our lives. Hopefully do better for ourselves and for those around us. Very final thing, folks. Do the thing. Whatever the thing is for you, that's what I want you to go out and do. Folks, maybe you're going to go over there. Maybe you're going to try yourself out some flaming hot, sweet Carolina Reaper Cheetos, as I have done here today. And maybe you're going to go over there and you're going to be like, yeah, these are pretty good, but I feel like they could be even better. So then you go over there and you go to Carolina Reaper pepper place, wherever the fuck they grow them. I think they're in America, right? I don't know. But then you go over there and you talk with them and you get like the best quality ones and you bring them to Cheetos' attention and Cheetos doesn't care and they're like, what are you doing here? And then you're just like, just listen to us. You need to do what we tell you. And apparently the guy who's in charge of Cheetos is just like, whatever, I don't give a shit. I get paid millions of dollars to do this shit. So then you go over there and you come out with a new line of Cheetos with the real Reaper power and real Reaper flavor. And it's like, and it's amazing and it's fantastic, but then like people start going blind from like the level of heat and everything, and now it's this whole thing, and then you got to get lens crafters involved, and they're a fucking monopoly. It's not a good time. Okay, just well, let's just keep it as it is. The Cheetos people know what they're doing. Or conversely, maybe just get whatever type of Cheetos you want. Maybe you can get the ghost pepper ones because I didn't get those, and maybe I'll get those and review them later. Bye.